Hey everyone, it's Desiree, and I'm just popping in. I hit the play on my camera because that's what I use to tape with, and I figured we could just have fun. This is going to be probably a long video because that's my average, because I get chatty and gabby over everything, and my goal is to make 3 cards actually, and they're all going to be the same. But just, 3 cards. So I figured I would just turn the camera on. Now what I'll do is I'll just show you the one. I won't have you watch all 3 because that would be horrible. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my double-sided tape, and I have 1/8 of an inch and I have my 1/4 inch. And I'm also pulled out my iCraft Deco foil in red. And then I pulled out my Desiree K in the jelly bean green. So what I want to do is create like a candy cane stripe going up this card, but just using my double-sided tape instead of using a laminator. You can certainly use that laminator if you have one. Honestly, I'll be very honest with you. I have one, it's buried. To me, this is quicker using this. Now I'm just going to step away for a second, because there's one more color that I want to get. So give me 1 second and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Hello. Okay, so the color I'm actually going to use is spring green deco foil. I mean, I love the jelly bean green, but it wasn't green enough for me. It looks very yellow. You see? That's the green that I want. I do love the look of the lime green with the red. Sorry about the glare. And that's kind of what I'm shooting for. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my card down, and I'm just going to make a mark going across it. So again, if you don't have a laminator and you love the look of the foil that people can get, by all means, this is a way to do that. Now I'm just going to set one of these stripes across, and I'm going to break it. Now I'm going to lift this up, and I'm actually just going to use my mat. Not that everything will still be straight, just saying. So the ones that I'm going to do first, I want the thick line to be red. Now again, back to what I was saying there. So if you don't have a laminator and you don't want to invest in one, totally get it. To me, this is an excellent way to solve that. You can still have some beautiful foiling. I also use this technique, my double-sided tape, when it comes to my flakes, the gilding flakes, whether that's I have them in silver and gold. This looks absolutely beautiful with that. So you don't need a laminator to do the foil. Now I will say this, you do have to have, or you do have to use the foils. The Spellbinder foils for the Glimmer Hot foil system will not work with this, I don't believe. Alright, so you do have to have either the iCraft Deco foil or the Desiree K Thermo Web. You've got to have those types of foils to be able to do this. Okay, so now I'm going to come across with my bone folder to make sure that these are flat, because that one was a little bumpy. And then I'm just going to scratch across that. And now I'm going to expose it. I'm going to remove the releasing paper. But first, I'm going to lift this up. Yeah. Get the tape. And I'm going to trim around the edge. I forgot about that. My bad. Always trim around the edge. This panel is cut right now to be 4 1/4. by 5.5. It will be trimmed down to 4 by 5.25, so that it will sit on my panel. Basically, today I'm just, I'm kind of taking a break. And just finishing up on some orders. Just designing some new things for my shop and the shows that I'm going to be in. So today's kind of like, let's a fill-in day. For some reason, and thank goodness, I just turned the camera on. It's, you guys have those slumps. We all have those slumps. So pretty much I'm just creating some cards that I know people would enjoy, and they'll be able to give them to their friends. I love making cards. I love paper everything. But I don't give out. Yeah, I'm fighting with the tape. I really don't give out cards. I like to give cards to people so they can give them, if that makes sense, especially around the holidays. I do sell my cards as well. But again, my main thing is, especially around this time, if anybody needs a card, they can come, definitely just come see me, and I will. And it's funny, I have tons. Nope, I make more. Trying out new techniques and all of that fun stuff. Was trying out these. I was playing with my stencils. It wasn't pretty. It was funny, but not for filming. So this I used, it was a stencil by Echo Park. What was this called? Oh, To All a Good Night, I believe. So I used one of my Recollections glitter. Yeah, I did that when I said glitter. Yeah, with one of my glitter embossing powders. Glitter was everywhere. There's not enough Swiffer. And to get the Versamark through the stencil, that was fun, trying to figure that out. This is the Simon Says sweater stencil. Love this. Used my white pigment ink. And then I used white embossing powder over that, just to see that raised there. And then this is my favorite thing stencil, the confetti stencil. I figured I could make it look like a snow storm. And then this here is the Nuvo Moonstone mixed with white pigment ink, so that I could get that white. So, and then just around the edges. So I played with my stencils for a little bit. Here's what I've learned. I'm not a glitter person. I'm just saying. It's, oh my goodness. Oh, yeah, not fun. Not fun. Okay, let's get back to this. So I'm going to grab a sheet of the red foil. Now for this, we make sure that the shiny side is up, facing us. Nope. We don't want to put it down this way. It won't work. So remember, in the Spellbinders Glimmer system, that's how we do it. The shiny side is down because you're heating it up into the cardstock. As I push this towards my phone there. This, we're kind of doing the opposite. We want the shiny side. I know, I almost did it again. We want that shiny side up so that we can get that to adhere down. I like to use my finger to press on this, just to make sure that I get some good coverage. And I did. I get extra. Because again, we're going to cut this panel down. I'm going to come in on my next one. And again, really press that down. I don't like to use my bone folder or anything else because I have scratched right through this before. Yeah, it's awesome when I do that. So I try not to do that. Now I'm going to take a chance, see if I've got this, which I know I don't already, but that's okay. I'm going to come in, work it through. I know I've only got part of that. And again, this is the beauty of this process. Push that down. Now, because I don't have any foil on that, she's getting just a little cranky, which is okay. So these spots that I have, I'm going to go back over with. So I know I've got a spot here. And I know I'm going to do that one again, just to make that all shiny and nice again. I am going to take this like that. Press that down. See how I covered that up? And I'm going to press that down. See how I covered that up? I'm going to come over this. And that one's covered now. And now I'm going to come in here and cover that up. So now I have my stripes. They're not going to go anywhere, but again, you don't want to rub them or anything else. They can shift, they can get moved. Again, it's because of the adhesive down there that they'll actually shift. So that's the first layer. I'm going to keep this though because there's plenty of foil on here if I want to do this technique again, which I'm going to. Now I'm going to come in with my 1/8 inch wide tape. I couldn't think of that. And I'm just going to come across, and again, I am not worried about if I'm even or not. Just going to come across. And I'm going to go on each side of the red. I'm just going to cut a long hunk of this here because it's just going to drive me crazy, I can tell. So I'm going to go there. I'm going to go here. So I'm just going to go on each side of the red stripe. In most cases, like here I'm only going to go on one side, that one I'm surrounding that. For this one, I'm definitely going to go here. For this one, it's all crinkled up. I'm going to push that stuff out of the way so I don't do anything to it. I'm going to put one here. I'm going to do one here. Well, actually, I'm going to come down from that just a little bit. Yeah. I'm going to go there. And then I'm going to do the same thing here. Again, just something different. Again, I'm going to use my bone folder, and I'm going to make sure that I'm only on my tape because I don't want to go over the red because I don't want to scratch into that. But I do want to make sure that there's a piece of tape there, but I do want to make sure that these are down. So same thing, I'm going to lift these up. I'm going to get this tape off of my mat because if not, I will forget. And then, of course, everything will be sticking together. You guys know. And then you all will be laughing on the other side. And so will I. Okay. I am a candy cane person. How about you guys? I love candy canes, especially the small ones, the mini ones. Not only do I put them in projects that I make, which is awesome, but oh, I love eating these things. They are just peppermint goodness. But that's the only type of peppermint that I like. It's got to be in the shape of a candy cane. I know, I'm weird. I think you guys know that by now. Yeah, if it's in one of the round, the round discs, it's not the same. Oh, please, you all are sitting there rolling your eyes. So, what's strange, see, and that's my happy quirk. See, that's what I call those. I call those things happy quirks, because they are. That's what makes these types of things make us unique. For me, I'm more unique than others, but I do. It's really weird. My husband one time bought me a big bag of those discs. Nope, it wasn't the same. I took them in and I gave them to someone. Okay, so I'm going to remove the release paper and just throw it in front of me, like I always do. So, because now we have another layer of tape exposed, now I'm going to be able to come in and work with the spring green. Okay, and it's okay because it's not going to go where my red is. Or I should say, it shouldn't go where my red is. So this will actually tell us if we have missed any spots on our red foil. So same process. I'm going to lay it down, the colored and the shiny side up, because both sides are shiny, but you want the foil color up towards you. Now I'm going to, is this, nope. Okay, so what I'm going to do, this will be fun. I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to lay it down. Yep, just going to cover it all at once. And yes, I know I have the other side, but that's okay. Remember, we're going to be able to pick that up. Now remember, it's a little tough to pull this off when you don't have a foil color there, which is fine because we'll be able to fix that. I'm going to come up. I'm going to make sure my finger's in a big spot and pull that up. So now I just want to go along this edge. And when I lift, you can see I'm actually filling in. So now I'm going to come in on this side too, and then just cover that up as well. I'm going to do that to that as well. There's a little spot there that's annoying me. And if you take your hand and lightly tap, you'll feel if there's any of your tape exposed. So that is how we're going to make our candy cane. And again, plenty of foil on this to use for other projects. So now I'm going to take this panel and I'm going to cut it down to 4. So I'm going to cut this side 4 1/8, and then I'm going to turn this around to bring it down to the 4. And then same thing, I'm going to lift this up, put that down to the 5 3/8, lift this up, and then I'm going to lift that up again and take this to the 5 1/4. And then pull that out. And that is our panel. Now, you could save those little strips, but I'm sorry, guys, no. I save everything, but I don't get crazy. Okay. So, with this set, now what I want to set this on is I'm going to set this onto a piece of mirror cardstock, and it's a silver satin type of mirror cardstock. Now, you want to know what? I think I want gold. What do you think? I want gold. I want gold. I want gold. I need gold. I'll be right back. I need gold. And just like that, I'm back with my cutter. So, let's see here. Yes. So, I'm going to cut this 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Oh my goodness. Did you all see what I just did? Oh. Okay. Let's try this again. Okay. We're going to do this 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. What was this cut to? Yeah, okay. Just wanted to check, make sure I wasn't crazy, because we all know I am. Okay. So, there we go. Now, what I'm also going to do, as strange as this sounds, I'm going to cut the inside of this out. Because I do love this paper. And it's every time I go to get it, it's always sold out. So again, don't need a die. If you have a craft knife, just know where your card is going to sit and just cut your piece out. Please do not cut yourself. Please take your time. And please be careful. I'm just saying. Me, I should say that to myself as well. And make sure I don't do anything stupid. Okay, so now I've got that piece. So now if I take this, see? You guys kept on telling me. See, I remembered. What I'm going to do now is I do want to prop this up using some double-sided foam tape. And I'm going to use a double-sided foam tape that was in my stash. Now, this is, you know, it's a really nice, I got it from Uline. It's at a great price point for this roll. The problem is the release paper is horrible. So I'm not going to recommend it. But, I mean, again, the price point is awesome on this roll. And this is also because I need to get more fun foam. But yeah, the release paper, I could sit here and I'll show you. I mean, you get a lot. And you can see the thickness of it. And you can see how sticky it is. I mean, this stuff is unforgiving though. The moment it touches you, you cannot pull it back. But you can see if I sit here, you know, with our 3Ms, we can just grab a hold of this release paper. Here you can see that I could sit here for hours and do it. What I find works is if I take a pokey tool, push down on the foam, and then I can push up onto the I can grab a corner of the release paper to pull it. So if you can remember to do that, or maybe there's another way to do this that I just don't know about, because that's always possible, then by all means, I do encourage it. But yeah, it is extremely, it's an excellent, excellent price point, but totally, totally unforgiving. So now I've got that stuck on that. And I'm going to add a little glue just to this corner. And I'm going to grab my card base. The card bases that I'm using today, because I'm just having fun. I'm just making some cards. I know I've talked to a couple people and they weren't sure what to do. So I'm like, I'm just having fun. No pressure on me. So the bases that I'm using, I actually got at Michael's. And I love Michael's Tone of Craft paper. To me, it looks like a grocery bag. I just love the look of this craft. Don't get me wrong, I do like the Desert Storm, but to me that's not craft, that's a tan. We'll say heather, a heather tan. How's that? But to me, this is what I know craft to be, like a paper bag. And Recollections has that. So I found this awesome value pack of cards and envelopes. And there's 40 sets in here, so 40 cards, 40 envelopes. And these are larger in size. They're actually 5 inches by 6.5 inches. They're already scored, which is great. I still have all kinds of glitter still on me. Oh my goodness. So these are just really convenient. They were on sale. I think with the sale and the coupon that I have, I believe this was ended up to be like $5. So this is a great, a great source if you're looking for card bases and you don't want to cut into your card stock. You can get 40 cards from this, for just around $5. They have coupons. They have those items that are available, and I love these, and they come in all kinds of size. So, and they're a nice weight. I mean, can you hear that? I guess you could if I'd shut up. There you go. So it's a nice thickness. So just something to consider at your local craft store. I know Michael's isn't the only one that has it. I'm sure Hobby Lobby has them. And I am sure, and I know AC Moore has them as well. I just go back and forth and sometimes when I'm doing mass productions, like these. Okay, back to the card. All right, so for our sentiment, I pulled out, I have some red glitter paper. I thought the red glitter paper would look awesome on this. And this was cut 2 1/4 by 1 1/2. So 2 1/4 by 1 1/2. And then I pulled out my, I think it was my Hero Arts stamp rectangle nested set. I love stamps. So I figured I have that in silver, and you know what? I need to have that in gold now. Yes! Yes! Okay, so here's the die. I don't think I put it away. Oop. Okay, so let me... So I have that. Let me pull up. Now, this is really gonna rock, but I can't put my die cutting machine where it usually is because my spellbinder, well, let's just say my die cutting machine is buried right now. You should really, if you only could see outside of this view. So I'm going to pull in my trusty dusty Big Shot just for this one. Yes, my plates are well loved. So I'm going to set that in there. It squeaks. It goes like crazy. but she is definitely a workhorse. I think they all are, so. All right. So now that we have the gold, yay, that will look awesome. So this is actually going to go on here. So let me have my glue. And I'm going to glue that down right in the center. I love postage stamps. I have those inexpensive pinking shears by Fiskars that gives me this effect. It's just awesome. Okay, so let's do my sentiment. And the sentiment I chose is wishing you lots of merry. All right, and it comes from the Penny Black set called Christmas Sentiments. How about that? So I'm going to grab that. Well, grab that. And I already have my small panel cut because that's going to go right in the center there. So I will be using my stamp positioning tool for this because I will absolutely make a mess of all of this for sure. So I'm going to set that there and get this placed. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to get this to the top. And I'm actually going to set this on the card. All right, and I think that's, oh, who knows? I don't know if that's going to hold, but you know what? Here's hoping. So, we're just going to set that there. I'm going to pick, I can't win. All right, here we go. I hope I was in frame where I hold that. I wasn't watching. I'm going to grab my VersaFine black. And I hope that's where I wanted it because that just really went out of my hands. We'll see if this works. Okay. You know what? I'm going to go with it because I don't want anything else to happen with it. Alrighty. Now, going to use also, because I want a touch of green. So here is where I will use the Jelly Belly. And I'm going to use my makeup brush. And I just want to add a little bit of color around the side. I love the fact that white paper can inspire you. It gives you the slate, so to speak, to create. But when it comes to a sentiment, I'm just putting it on. I do like to have a little color going around it. So, you know, I go back and forth. Okay. So we have that, and now I'm going to prop this up using some double-sided foam squares. Now, it's funny, these foam squares come from the same company, Uline. They are the same height. I absolutely love them. I have no problems getting the release paper off on these. So, see? Okay. I don't know. I just think it's funny. It's silly, actually. Okay, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to put this in the center of my stamp. Just going to eyeball it. Press down. And now we have our stamp. So now I can set that down like that if I want, which I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. And since I'm just going to put a small one right there. Because it is going to come off the card a little bit, but not so much. So just going to press down just a little bit. Pick up my scraps, throw them off to the side. Because again, I'm just pushing. It's horrible up above. Look, see, this is all what I have. See? Look, it's all of that. That's what I've been pushing up. And who wants to see that, right? Well, we all craft this way. And sometimes it makes us feel good when we do that, right? I love it when I re-clean. I don't know, it's very odd. I can't clean anything else in my house, but I love cleaning in here. It really works. Yeah, so now you got to see me clean. So that is our card. Now, I've got one more thing that I'm going to do, and that's to put a sentiment on the inside. Now, again, I know who will be giving this card to somebody. So I know the person that's the giver, so to speak, on this. Now, one of the things that I absolutely love, and I know you hear me opening, my sentiment pack violently. So sorry about that. One of the things that Hero Arts comes out with are their sassy sentiment packs. I'm a huge fan when it comes to those. And again, I don't think they're cruel. I think they are absolutely hysterical. So there is one that's going to go on the inside. So I need my white ink again. Do I want my white or do I want to go with my green or the black? You know what? I think I'll just go with the black because that one's black. So I'm going to cross my fingers that this is going to work, because I gotta tell you, my stamping sometime is less to be desired sometimes. All right, let's give it a shot here. Not bad because of the way that the stamp is. So the outside says, wishing you lots of merry. The inside will say, I'm watching your reaction, no pressure. I just cracked myself up, I think, because no one else is laughing. Okay, so I am a huge fan of Hero Arts. Has, I think, 2 or 3 of them now. Scrapbook.com has some as well. They're just awesome. They really are. Just some of the sentiments. These are the other ones. It was either this or socks. I mean, come on, how many times have we said that? This is all you get when you stop believing in Santa. Shouldn't even get that. We must believe. For those that celebrate. We must believe. I believe. Yes. It's not a puppy. Sorry. I'm not sure. Ho, ho, ho. I'm not quite. All right. Time to show me your best. I love it face. Yeah, that one. That was close to going in there as well. Even the naughty deserves something nice. Hey. Okay. Don't ask how long it took to make this. Made with love and some tears of frustration, but mostly love. This was more expensive than it looks. You'll never guess. And then I spent a lot of time on this, I promise. So just some of those statements are awesome. And again, scrapbook.com has a couple sets now. You can even get them as a bundle that are really great. So I have a very warped sense of humor. As you can, well, you only see a little bit. But it is, trust me, it's very warped. So anyway, enough of this. I'm almost in 45 minutes here. Oh my goodness. So I do hope you enjoyed this. I hope, if you're looking to foil and you haven't, you don't know how you can, maybe this helped, showed you a way to do that. You would actually do the same thing when it comes to the gilding flakes as well too. Put your tape down and then try not to breathe or sneeze with the gilding flakes because they'll go all over the place, and then just rub them in. And it just gives a different look. It holds up. I've never had a problem of it going away. I mean, unless you take your nail across it, that will, cut into this process. So I do hope you enjoy this. I will link to the products, some of the products that I use, some of the foils. And then I believe this foil cardstock is by Tonic. I just don't look. My white pigment ink. And I'll try to find where that Hero Arts stamp set is if you're interested in that as well. All right. If you have any other questions or looking for information, again, look down in the video description. It'll be right down there. If you have any questions or comments, please leave those down below as well. And I will get back to you as soon as I can. Don't forget, the 25 Days of Christmas will be starting here, and it will launch on Thanksgiving Day at 6 p.m. I cannot bring myself to start it before Christmas. I can make Christmas cards before then, but I can't put it to my heart to start it before Thanksgiving, my series. So yeah, it'll be fun. And I believe we'll continue on into next year with those cards, because there were so many things that I dug out of, so many ideas that I had on the cards, and everything else, and I was just having fun digging around in my stash with what I already had. Some items are new, but many are from the stash, which is what we all strive for. Let's use what's in our stash. I hope everyone is having a great day. If you haven't subscribed yet, please, I'd love for you to hit that subscribe button. Make sure if you do, you want to ring the bell and hit the thumbs up. By ringing the bell, you'll know when the next video goes live so that you're sure not to miss it. Again, enjoy your day. Have fun. I hope you pulled out some stuff while you were watching and listening to me gab through this. But always remember what's most important for me. Always be creative. Till next time.